This is Steve Hayes in London at EPRA's annual conference. I have with me Laurent Morel, Chief Executive of French SIIC Klepierre. Laurent, welcome. Perhaps we could start and I'll ask you about your feelings about the European retail market generally over the next 12 months. How do you see the outlook?
Well, generally speaking, what we see is that to put it simply, retailers are facing major changes in their consumers, in their own customers' way of consuming, because of the internet, because of the pressure on the purchasing power. So they have to adapt to that, roughly. And you will see major transformation in that industry that you haven't seen over the past 30 years.
And specifically, how do you see the French market?
Well, the same trend applies to French market. Generally speaking, also on the retailers. One thing, most of the big retailers are still very profitable. You must admit that, and they are still willing to develop new premises. So that's why we are there to provide them with new premises on new shopping centers.
And what do you think the trend will be with the European listed real estate sector over the next year?
Well, we have demonstrated very stable revenues. We have demonstrated recently that we have rather easy access to debt, whether it is banking, a loan, or private placement, or bonds, whatever. We still have an interest cover ratio which is comfortable. So I think we still have arguments to convince the investors. That's what I feel. What
do you think are the greatest opportunities for Klepierre at the moment?
I think they still lie in the existing portfolio. Of course, there's a lot to gain on better management, continue to improve our practices, continue to promote our centers with the new medias, with enhanced marketing, etc., etc. And also, of course, there's a lot to do on the development side. We have a long and successful track record when it comes to developing new shopping centers, and also when it comes to redevelop existing shopping centers. So we will continue to build large shopping centers, like we have done in Madrid 2 years ago, like we have done in Le Millénaire this year, and like we are doing at the moment in Malmö, the very big Emporia shopping center that will be launched in 12 months' time. Now, there is still an appetite from the retail industry for large, state-of-the-art, convenient, modern, large schemes.
And are you prepared for the sovereign debt crisis if it does get out of hand, if the Eurozone does break up? What is Klepierre doing?
That's a very good question. To a certain extent, we already are in that situation not correlated to the euro in the Central Europe countries or in Scandinavia as well. But I think what we have experienced so far is, in a way or another, we are a euro-denominated business, because those assets are appraised in euro, they are built in euro, the main contractors are contract in euro. The goods inside those centers that are sold to the customers, whether they are Hungarian, Polish, Scandinavian people, in fact are bought on a global multinational basis, and either in dollar or in euro. So at the end of the day, the whole economic system of a major modern shopping center is, in fact, not so much related to the change in currencies. But of course, there are adjustments from time to time, like we have experienced, for example, in Poland 2 years ago. But now it's a bit better.
Laurent, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
For this and further interviews, please go to REIT.com or EPRA.com.